Welcome back to Me, I Am a Memoir, the meaning of Mariah Carey. This is Fab, that is Posh, and we have the most berserk idea for an episode of all time, which we did not tease last week because it sounds stupid even now that we're doing it.
It's probably going to be stupider than it sounds.
So, Me, I Am a Memoir, the meaning of Mariah Carey was about the memoir. Mm-hmm. And we have run out of memoir.
We've got to wait around for the second one.
And we are doing the masterclass, but it's a lot to learn. Mm-hmm. Like, we did 3 lessons in 1 week, and it's a lot to take in. So we need a couple of weeks to, catch up with ourselves.
We've got homework,
We've got homework. And this week, look, can you explain what we're doing? Because
I wish I could, you guys. I don't think any amount of preparation will, like a courtesy finger, a courtesy fist, it doesn't matter this week. We're going deep.
What else is going in there if you're getting a courtesy fist?
I mean,
I'm going to back the Barina.
There's an entire movie. There's a soundtrack and a video clip to end all video clips going in there.
Yes.
So we've decided that we're dedicating an entire episode because this is where we're up to in the discog.
Yes.
At that weird in-between sort of taint time between Memoirs of an Imperfect Angel and Me, I Am Mariah, where she did...
When Mariah released a bunch of
singles
that never attached themselves to anything.
And we've attached them elsewhere throughout our discography journey. But there was just one that stood out for so many great reasons.
For so many reasons.
And I'm so excited. So we were like, it deserves its own episode. It will probably go for 3 weeks. But we are here to do an in-depth analysis, even a masterclass, if you will.
Yes.
Of Mariah's 2013 smash hit masterpiece.
I feel like it's more of a masturbatory class.
Masturbatory class. Of Almost Home.
Almost Home.
Almost Home.
The crumpet song.
The crumpet song. I mean, we have what do you call it? An interlude named after it. It's iconic.
We do. It is iconic.
So there's no time for Mimi moments. There's no time for Mariah-isms because we've just got to break this one down.
So how are we breaking it on down? Are we going to have a Poshnopsis or are we...
There's Poshnopsises. We have awards. God. We have reviews. We're going back to court.
Oh my God, court.
Sake. Yeah, there's a few cases. The no-no court. Yeah, there's a few cases pending about Almost Home. All right, so let's just dive in with Almost Home, written by Mariah Carey, Simone Porter, Justin Gray, Lindsay Ray, and Stargate. Mm-hmm. Even though Mariah says she didn't write it, but it's fine. We'll talk about it. Produced by Mariah and Stargate, who we know produced Billie Piper's Day and Night. So they're very good at what they do.
They're very good. And they did a couple of hers, didn't they?
Yes, but none of them compare to this.
Oh, okay.
So
no, that's
they don't
true.
matter. It was released February...
Were they a Katy Perry hang-on? Or were they...
I mean, they've been around for... Billie Piper with Day and Night was around Millennium.
Yeah.
So they've been doing this. They don't know.
Are they Finnish or Danish or one of those?
Norwegian, Netherlandian, something.
They're somewhere in that area.
Europe. I think they're in Eurovision.
They're going cold Europe.
So it was released February 19, 2013, known worldwide as the day music peaked. I was trying to work in a joke about, how like the day the music died? I was like, this is like the day the music was revived, darling. Yes. And Don McLean wrote a whole song about it, but I couldn't figure it out. Comedy. It was...
By the way, that for years was the, decades, was the longest ever song to be number one and was usurped recently by the 10-minute version of Taylor Swift.
Do you know what I would allow a 10-minute version of? Almost Home.
Yeah. I got to say that 10-minute Taylor Swift song is pretty good.
I'll have to put Tay-Tay on my list of people to full discography journey.
I've been enjoying some Tay-Tay. I think it's because of my love for Mariah and lady songwriters. I'm like, I'm into this.
Yeah.
I'm feeling Tay-Tay's pain.
You love 12-minute 12 inches, so...
I do love a 12-minute 12 inch. Yeah. So 10 minutes of mournful guitar strumming is right up my alley.
Yeah, literally. So
all the way up there.
All the way up there. So...
Courtesy fist and all.
God.
You started it with the courtesy fist. I didn't know what it means.
No, I'm dying. Well, you taught me what a courtesy finger is, not through demonstration, but
thank
explanation.
God. Yeah. I made up courtesy finger.
Of course you did.
For some reason, it's spread.
Wow. That's the point of a courtesy finger. So,
yeah, that's true. Oh my God.
We're adding to the lore of it. All right. Anyway, enough of that. Almost Home was released as the official song for the movie Oz the Great and Powerful. In fact, the only thing greater and more powerful than Oz is this song.
Yes.
Mariah stated the song has a message that works beautifully within the film. It's a feel-good record. It gives you the feeling of reaching your home and being with people that you love. I'm like, great.
Thanks,
I love
Mariah.
that that's saying absolutely nothing. And yet I lapped it up. The song was recorded in New York City at the Rock the Mac Studios and released on Def Jam in partnership with Disney Music Group. It's performed in B-flat major.
B-flat major.
We at 87 beats per minute with a little...
Oh my God, you were really digging into the facts
Wikipedia.
Here.
I was like, I'm all over it. The website that I used that got me a lot of the information has disappeared. It's very upsetting. It was called For the Record, so I loved it. Now, we have obviously a key change with the semitone to B major. Oh. And of course, Mariah's vocals spanning from F3 to E5. I assume that's a lot. And my favorite,
as someone who sings, you should know.
I'm not good at the. I'm not. No, I think it's only one octave, but I'm not good at the. What do you call it? The words. You know, the theory.
Well, neither is Mariah, as we discovered. She just sings them, and someone else yells out the letters.
Yeah, me and Mariah, we just point to things, and I mean, she hits them, I don't, but I still point to
it. you go for the note, and they go, "It's that one." You go, "Yeah, that's the one I sang, but it's not the one I meant."
Yeah, no, but does it work? Okay, if not, just shift it.
You know what she does? She needs to get in the studio with Debbie Gibson, who's got perfect pitch and can tell her what all the notes are.
I think Bill Bailey does too. That would be a trio I'd like to see.
We had someone on Hard Quiz who has perfect pitch, and Tom asked, when I say thanks for playing hard, what note is that? And she went, "Oh, that's E flat."
Oh wow!
Like she just spat it out right there and then. It was amazing.
Imagine having a conversation and it's just you just hearing notes. You don't even hear the words.
I once had a conversation. Oh, have I put the tarp down?
No.
I was at the races talking to Anthony Clear and Tim Campbell because I had an audition to play Uncle Fester in the Addams Family musical.
Oh, heaven.
The week before, and I'd told Anthony about it, and I'd got him to give me some vocal tips and stuff. And then afterwards, he goes, "Oh, how did you go?" And I was like, "Oh, not well. I managed to hit the." Was it like a high A or something I had to hit? Some really high note.
Yeah. I assume.
And he goes, "This one." And he sang it. I was like, "Yeah, that's the one." I go, "I hit it. It was, and I sustained it. It was great." And he goes, "Oh, that's awesome." I went, "Yeah, the rest of the song I was not so good at."
Yeah. I can squeal real loud.
On hitting that one note really loud and really high. The verses, however,
no idea. I just forgot to sing them. I just smiled the whole time.
I sang them, but they were not in tune. Or I was just all over the shop. But then when it got to that note, I was took a big breath and I belted it. I was like, yeah, people that kind of come and see me just do one note.
You just walk on for it and then walk off backwards, like Homer in the bushes.
Yes. No wonder why I haven't got a musical since then. Anyway.
My favourite thing about the Wikipedia entry, though, is it just simply states that the song delivers an inspirational message. I'm like, great.
It does.
It does. I mean, understatement of the century, I would say.
Yeah.
I think it delivers several of them at once. So usually, this is where we score and all that, but there's just so much more in this song because
way too much.
We've got awards.
I know.
We have awards.
Awards that I have been looking for online and been unable to find. But
it's probably because there's so many of them.
Probably, yes.
So it did win. Almost Home won every award it was nominated for, which was 2. The Georgia Film Critics Association Best Original Song. I mean, they get
congratulations.
People in Georgia get it. And the World Music Award for Best Video, which we have discussed. And it also won every award it wasn't nominated for. So that's, makes sense to me.
However that works.
Yeah.
I will say, on the YouTube page for the song, someone is complaining that it should have been nominated for an Oscar, but it's not eligible. Because they brought in rules in the early 2000s, I think, at some point, that the song had to be an integral part of the film and you had to hear it before the credits started.
Oh, rude.
Whereas this song doesn't come on until, the credits are almost finished.
And that's why the movie didn't do that well.
Yeah.
Because
I went to see it at the cinema to see this song. And was very disappointed that I had to wait through about 4 or 5 minutes of just the score from the movie playing before we even got to Mariah. I'm like, ugh. I had to sit through a lot of James Franco for this. He's very attractive, but I don't really care what he's saying.
It's like how Ricky Lee's Can't Touch It is the song for Sex and the City 2.
Yes.
And it was 17 years after it was actually released. But it's in that case it works, and probably similar to this, where it's oh, thank God, the best bit of the movie is at the end.
Yeah,
when this song comes
it was in the trailer as well.
It was. So this should have just been
the trailer should have been the song.
For the entire film, but as for charts, this hit number 1 on every chart and remains there to this day. I'm so confident of this that I didn't bother to check. So. Why would I? Because it's obviously.
I love that it's become one of Mariah's lists from the book.
I know. It's kind of this is just an achievement-heavy episode. All right. Reviews. Are you ready for some reviews?
Oh, I love a review. I didn't even know there were reviews.
So many. This is from E, as it's written.
E! Exclamation mark.
If you've ever closed your eyes, clicked your heels and wished for more Mariah Carey, then you're in luck because your musical prayers have been answered.
Yes.
Rolling Stone called it infectious, which can only be a good thing because I've never heard of anything bad that's infectious.
There's nothing infectious ever causes us to not go to work for 2 years ever. Nothing.
LA Times says a key change that delivers the thrill we've grown to expect from her.
Oh,
beautiful.
It does.
Pop Crush said it's a return to form for the multi-octave diva, saying that while she shows off vocally, she doesn't go overboard with the histrionics a la Christina Aguilera.
Oh,
which is so fun because Mariah doesn't know Christina.
Of course. So. Which is, I think you'll find someone Mariah doesn't know teaches a masterclass on singing.
Oh, interesting. On histrionics.
Histrionics. How to oversing one note.
Yeah. Slate Magazine says she's still got the voice.
Mm-hmm.
Entertainment Weekly said phenomenal, redacted, transcendent, hit fix.
Why redacted?
Because not everything was nice.
Oh, I see.
Hit fix says redacted, vocals redacted. I had to sift in some of them, but I still found the dregs of good. Idolator included it in their should have been bigger section, although I don't know how that's possible because we've established it's still number 1.
It's huge, yeah.
MTV said they're digging it and even suggested a Mariah cameo in the movie, which I would take a step further and say we need a full Wizard of Oz remake with Mariah as all the characters except the ugly ones.
Yeah. Oh, no, she could do that, I think. She had her...
She could really try, but I think she'd always
really
be stunning.
worked at it and no blush. She could really give it a shot.
I think it would she'd maybe look like at the very top pinnacle of regular. I don't think she'd go all the way to ugly.
Yeah. Maybe if she was shot from far away and we would just have to assume she was ugly.
Yeah. and it was
Oh, no, you know what? Bad
subtitled.
lighting. Just give her bad lighting for those characters.
Overhead
and
lighting.
that's ugly in Mariah's language, so that would be enough.
I think that's the thing. Lambs would get it. I think
Yeah.
the regular public would be like, well, she just looks so beautiful still.
In all
Because
of
she
them.
would.
But we'd be like, no, the lighting's terrible.
Yeah, no. Is that fluorescent?
That's
No, I
the
don't
ugly
think so.
character. When the lighting's so harsh, that's when she's the wicked witch.
She's only wearing one layer of eyelashes, so.
She's got flat hair.
And my favorite review is from Kiss FM 102.5 that says, definitely not unbearable.
What?
Like, it's definitely not unbearable. Great.
I want to challenge some of these redacteds, but if they've been redacted, I guess I can't.
It was mainly just that people had opinions and they were incorrect. So I've wiped them from the record.
Yeah, I can't deal with incorrect opinions.
No. Which this brings us to our first court case, which is Mariah v. Almost Home.
Oh, because Mariah's not a fan
Mariah doesn't seem to be a fan.
of our favourite Mariah song.
I have a little, clipping from an interview, snippet, if you will. Someone asked Mariah, I can't remember who it was, what makes something a Mariah song to you? And she said, I don't know how to define that. I've recently started being like, oh, I guess that's very me to do that part right there. It'll be a la 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 or a shoo-doo-doo or a da-da-da-da. I don't do it. Right. Yeah, and this is not an audio interview either. It's written.
I love it.
I don't do it to try and sound like a Mariah song, and I love to collaborate with people. But in the rare instances when I've done other people's songs, I haven't liked it. There was a Disney song I did 5-6 years ago called Almost Home, and I can't, it's too hard to say.
Okay.
I never really liked it. No offense to whoever wrote it, and I did it because Disney wanted me to, but it didn't feel like me at all. And I mean, to that I say, offense taken.
Oh,
because
if you didn't like it, why did you sing it so
well?
I mean, this is one thing I've said all along is like, when she attacks a cover, she attacks it.
And she did get a writing credit. So she obviously she changed trumpet and crumpet, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
But all I can assume is that maybe
I think she also added go whoa
whoa. Yeah. I'm gonna say that maybe she ended up signed to a different company that didn't like Disney, and they paid her to backtrack because they don't
I think
know Disney.
I understand her not liking it.
I don't.
Because
That's impossible.
Because it's like. Because she, like, you know what it is? She would never write anything that's this straightforward.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very straightforward pop ballad.
Yeah.
It's not, she might have written it on her first album.
I mean, it even harkens back to a bit of Music Box. It's got a hero. But, I mean, we did discuss this in a text message.
Yes.
I can't remember exactly how it went, but sort of we decided that it's not so regular that a regular person could sing it. So
a regular person could sing it, but only if Brandy sang it for them.
They call her Shanti.
Shanti, come and sing this. We need a regular person to wiggle to it.
But Mariah was probably scared that if it was handed to a regular person, she might call Pitbull and use her butt to point to the notes. And Mariah's like, I just can't. It might be a hit for her, so I can't risk it. So I'll have to sing it to put out that fire.
Yeah, it feels like, look, I could let someone else sing this, but in the wrong hands, this could be a dangerous thing that hurts someone. Yeah. Like it could actually damage their ears and cause emotional distress. Whereas I know if I sing it, even if I do a half-assed job, as if, it's going to be, amazing-ish.
Yeah.
It's like me with my university marks. Like, I get very disappointed with things. I'm like, oh, I hated that essay. Why did you hate that one? I got a D instead of an HT.
Yeah.
You know how much I love D.
Yeah. I bet HT is even better, though.
Yeah, so it's a handful.
Huge. Oh.
Huge D. I don't want to say. I can tell you that for free.
So I suppose, closing arguments at the court of Mariah is, I don't like to say Mariah Carey's wrong, but I have to rule in favour of Almost Home.
Yeah.
How can you not?
I mean, look, that's her emotional reaction to having performed that song. And it sounds like it was a bit of a nightmare getting it together in time as well.
Yeah, possibly. And I mean, in court, we're dealing in facts. And the fact is the song is brilliant. So, emotions, you can have them. But
have you heard the film version?
Don't worry, there's a court case coming.
Oh, okay. There's another court case.
Don't worry.
Because I think that's part of it. Like, they rushed it to get it onto the film.
Possibly, yeah.
And the final one that we know and love was, worked on a bit more.
Yeah.
And I think she may have done a bit more singing to fix it.
Yes. All right. We now have... I don't know if I want to call it a dramatic reading. That depends on how dramatic you want to get with it. But we're going to have a little bit of a lyrical breakdown of this. But I've come across an assumed transcript, let's call it, that kind of breaks down Mariah's reaction when she was brought the song.
Okay.
And sort of her feelings on each line, really.
Oh, excellent.
This is probably going to be awful, but I'm going to commit.
I'm excited about it.
So you just read line by line.
Line by line.
I will... I mean, I'm not doing an impression of Mariah because I couldn't... that's impossible.
Why would you dare?
It's an approximation of just her reaction.
Right.
All right. So this is the lyrical breakdown. Are you ready?
A lyrical breakdown. And so I'm lyrical breakdown.
So you're the writers. I'm Mariah. You've come to my home and you're presenting me this song and you're going to read the lyric to me and I'm just reacting.
All right. Okay, Mariah, are you prepared?
I'm not really.
Oh, well, all right.
It's daylight. I can't.
Okay. So first line is, hey, hey.
Hello.
Okay. You're almost home. You're almost home. You're almost home.
No, I am home. This is my house. I don't know who you are.
Yeah, well, you don't know many people. I get that.
Is she here? I didn't. No. I got up at 4 p.m. for this.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll get through it. The next line is, I've seen the light in the sky.
No, that sounds like overhead lighting. Turn it off.
Okay. In disguise like fireflies.
Okay, fireflies are cousins to butterflies, so I will allow this.
Okay, cool. Burning bright, just to vanish in the dark.
Oh, okay. Siri, play Vanishing by Mariah Carey. This is a real song. I just want you guys to hear this. This is a real song.
I hope no one's playing this podcast out loud because their phones are going to start.
I
know. All right, Mariah, moving on. I've held hope in my two hands.
Who is Hope? She sounds regular. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to put it down. Right.
She's in days of her life. She's going to be pregnant for about 3 years. There would be another chance.
Another chance?
Oh, okay. To find the kingdom?
Oh, yes, the kingdom of Jesus. I'm okay with this.
Well, actually, it's a Disney song. We're thinking of the Magic Kingdom.
I don't know how.
Okay. I'm believing in my heart.
Oh, a heart. I have one of those. So, yes, sign off on that.
Okay. Because underneath the good is something greater than you know.
Yes, that's my Rainbow Pride merch. You're welcome. You can take a jumper.
Thank you. It's very generous.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
In my size or just whatever's there?
It's only extra small, skinny legend.
Okay. All right. Next line is when you're almost there and you're almost home.
I still haven't left the house. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. So just open up your eyes and go. Go.
Okay. I will open my eyes, but if you want me to go anywhere, you're going to have to carry me.
Okay. When you're almost there, almost home, no, you're not alone. You're almost home.
You know, that's exactly what I said to Pat as they shuffled her into a new special share house. That's Patricia. You might know her as Piggy Patricia. She's in the book, The Meaning of Mariah Carey. It's more expensive in Canada.
Right on to the next verse. When you run so far.
Running, I don't know her.
No.
Can I do it in heels?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe. That's a maybe.
Okay. You've forgotten who you are.
I'm Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anyone who you've forgotten who they are?
I don't know them.
Okay, good.
I told you it was stupid.
I'm enjoying it. Where you're from, it's like some other universe.
Oh, the regular verse.
The regular verse.
This is coming together. I understand.
It's next door to the Marvel universe. regular universe. You count your steps like they're regrets.
Oh, I don't count. That's math.
Okay.
No, I don't do math.
You catch one breath, then lose the rest.
Now, this is actually accurate. I could have written this because my lung capacity is so great. I only take one breath each day.
Yep.
To sustain myself. So, yeah, this line is good.
Yeah. Wrong is right. Right is left.
I see no issues here.
Okay. There's nowhere left to turn.
Oh, certainly not siblings. Am I right? High five self.
So don't believe in everything you think you know.
Oh, that's good. Oh, I wrote that one. I wrote that. Yeah. Okay, good advice, me.
And we repeat the chorus. Do you want me to repeat it or do you remember it?
No.
Okay. You don't remember it or you don't want me to repeat it?
No.
Should I just move on to the bridge?
If you have to.
When you let your heart be the compass.
Okay, no, okay. I'm going to stop you there. That should be crumpet.
Crumpet. Yeah, okay. When you let your heart be the
I considered breakfast this morning and I was considering a crumpet, but I decided against it, but crumpet.
Okay. You won't get lost, not if you trust it.
Okay. I think that should be trumpet. We'll put trumpet there.
Not if you trumpet.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you questioning me? I don't. This is my house.
I'm just writing it down. I just need to make sure we get it right because I don't want to come back into the studio later with the lyrics and then you go.
Are you taking your tone?
I changed this.
Are you taking your tone with me? Is that what's happening?
I'm just explaining what's happening.
I can't school today.
You came close. When you hear the sound of the trumpet.
Yeah, no, that should also be trumpet. I want. Yeah, that's
okay.
Good.
So 2 trumpets back to back.
Yes, trumpet. Yes. How else would you? I don't want to tell anyone how to wear their trumpet. Okay.
Okay. Louder than ever before.
Okay, but here, instead of hearing trumpets, I'm just going to squeal and leave.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good. What about the 2 more repeated choruses after this?
No, I can't hear you. I've left the room.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Carey. Thank you. And thank you for that rendition of the Get Smart thing. I'm
a little hoarse today.
A pony. You're a pony.
People are going to hear this and be like, what the fuck has happened?
Anyone who's been listening to this podcast up till now will not be surprised
They'll be like, this is sedate.
Anything.
Well, the reason that this happened was
There's
because...
no Seraph Sisters here.
No, I know. Well, there is in my notes, but... it's full... I went full Seraph. But
Can we explain what else is going on right now that's been happening for the entire last half an hour of recording this?
What?
That we're in black and white.
Oh, yeah. Well, they can hear that, surely.
Yeah. And that we have in the background just various moments from the video clip just on a loop.
And when we jumped on the Zoom... We were 2 in colour, but we've got the same background. I was like, we've got to go black and white on this. And then we were cows momentarily.
Oh, yeah, that happened. That was the thing.
Yeah. But the reason for the dramatic reading and this was, we had to realise, like, how would it have happened? But I was like, we need a way of talking about these lyrics. And yet Mariah didn't write them. So it's not like going through one of the songs off Butterfly or Sunflowers or something like that. It was like, how do we do this? And I was like, oh, I know. I'll just be Mariah.
It's amazing. You inhabited her.
I hope so.
Yeah. You didn't know a lot of things. Like people and math.
Yeah. They tried to bring in this overhead lighting bullshit. I wasn't having it.
I understand. I understand your animosity towards the overhead lighting.
If anyone's wondering, does it get worse? Yes.
Oh my God, how can it get worse? We've already been talking for ages.
We haven't touched on the video yet.
Oh, the video is the best.
All right, but we're nearly there, but we're almost at home. But the next court case is here. You ready?
Oh, okay. We're going back to court.
Going back to court. It's a busy day.
This
is why we're almost there, almost home, because we're constantly having to go back to court. So I was like, they called us back.
All right, then we're back in. We've re-adjourned.
So we've got the case of Almost Home v. Almost Home.
Oh.
Because we have two versions.
There are two versions. There are indeed two versions.
Single version and the movie version, which I was not aware of until you dubbed.
Oh, did you?
You dubbed it off at the shops.
That?
No.
I dubbed it off at the shops.
Dubbed off at the shops and sent it.
Because you can get it on the YouTube, but I thought I will make sure I grab
the top quality.
The real one from the Disney Plus, and which I have not shared with the world, just with Philip, because he doesn't have a subscription.
Well, I know, because you've only got two cassettes in your tape deck. So you just dubbed one to the other. Yeah, this
I had to press down play and record at the same time.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Very, very fancy.
So I wasn't aware, and then I've listened to it, and kind of what you touched on before. This isn't a real case; we're just talking about it. I didn't actually write a transcript for the case, but I was thinking about it because what you touched on about rushing it out for the movie, I am very interested about this, because there was the Bond theme, "The World Is Not Enough" by Garbage. And they spent...
The world is not enough.
I love that you're doing it as like an 80s rocker, and I was doing it as Taylor Dane, as I do everything. Because apparently they spent a lot of money on a video.
Yes.
They really went through it to make it sound old school Bond, but still Garbage. They were very proud of it. They weren't used to working in such a way. Like, they were very much their own writers and all of that sort of stuff. And their own producers. There's 3 producers in the band. But they were excited. They went to the premiere of the Bond movie, so excited. And the movie starts, and they had completely gutted their version and created a movie version. That bonded it up, but it meant that the levels weren't right, and all the things that you work on in the studio, and how devastated they were. And I was wondering if it was a similar thing here, where they're like, "Oh, we'll just get it done," but it just sounds like a demo.
Yeah, and then, I think it was very close to a demo. Like, it was, apparently the deadline was right up against them.
Yeah,
I think Disney asked late about it. Which is why it's a pre-written song. Like, it's one that already existed. Yeah. And it's like, we want Mariah, we want this song. She's like, well, it's Disney, I suppose. I better do what I'm told.
Yeah, I'll just change it to Crumpet. That'll be good.
They'll come for me.
One word, one third.
So yeah, they've apparently it happened very quickly, and it had to be rushed so the film could be, sent out to the cinema.
The weird thing is, the movie, which I'll touch on it, the movie came out the same day that the song and video came out. I think the song came out before, actually.
Yeah.
But it's like they managed to get the video out with the right version.
Well, yeah, but I think it would have been about, getting it to...
Yeah.
Whatever you got to do.
Just make the projectorists, whatever they're called.
The projectionists.
Yeah, make them press play on the good version. But throughout the whole movie.
The fact that it's buried way down in the credits is a really strange thing. It's like, why are you rushing it for that? Like, to be chucked down the end there.
Maybe Mariah saw the movie and said, put it at the end. I don't know.
I don't want to be in it anymore.
But yeah, I mean, based on what we're saying, I'm guessing the single version is the best.
It is amazing.
We're ruling that that's the best. The other one's still fantastic, obviously.
The vocals are still great. It's just some of the production is a bit like the drums are really intrusive.
The end is missing. Some of the ad-libs at the beginning are missing. Yeah. It isn't. So we're ruling in favour of Almost Home single edit. Yes. Thank you for everyone.
I will say one thing that I find I wish they'd carried over from the original is I feel like there's a lot of compression on her vocals.
There is, yeah.
There's
a little rawer in.
Yeah, and I kind of like version. That rawer sound in the movie version, and I wish they'd kept some of that.
Yeah.
For just because I love hearing Mariah's voice, I don't need you to squish her through a thing.
Maybe we can have it in the 10-minute version.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do a mashup.
You will do a mashup where you listen to the one, and just before you think it's going to end, it starts again.
Yeah.
Which I sent you a version of yesterday by accident.
Yes, I know. I had no idea what was going on. So should I explain that Fab sent me a version of the video without any of the Oz? So it was just all Mariah. And I
haven't even mentioned the Oz, really, have we?
No, well, we don't need to. The song has outlived it. But yeah, all the Oz stuff is edited out. So it's just all Mariah, which, I mean, heaven. But I was like, why are you sending me this?
Just like weird black moments that go for ages.
Yeah.
Just black screen.
Yeah.
Like the video processing software I was using said, there are many blank spaces in this. It'll just come as a black screen. I went, yeah, I know.
It's like, are you okay?
Are you okay to export it?
And then
I didn't realize that meant there's 3.5 minutes of black at the end as well.
I know. At the very end, the song just repeats all black. It doesn't. And I was like watching the whole thing going, I was expecting you to pop up in the chorus or something. No.
I'll re-edit it again and I'll replace all of the Oz bits with clips of us in this.
Yeah. But this does bring us to the video.
The video.
Which was directed by David LaChapelle. That's a big name.
That's a big name.
Big
name.
A
huge name.
It premiered March 8th, 2013, the same day that the movie hit theatres. Mm. And I mean, we've got a triple DP of video goodness for you guys. Oh. Starting with a Poshnopsis.
A Poshnopsis. A Poshnopsis. It's a crumpet, crumpet, crumpet. Poshnopsis.
Can you do it in the style of Almost Home?
Poshnopsis, it's a Poshnopsis.
Whoa, whoa.
Open up your eyes and go, whoa, Poshnopsis.
Oh my God. All right. We start with Silhouette Raya.
Silhouette Raya.
Mariah's team finally get the lighting right.
Oh my God, the lighting in this video is perfect from beginning to end.
I know. She's like, you better, like, I've done this a few times. Is it right this time?
It is. Like, David LaChapelle knows lighting.
Knows lighting. He knows it.
Yeah. He knows how to light.
When he's asked about it, do you know Beyonce, J-Lo or lighting? He doesn't know the others, but he knows lighting.
He knows lighting.
Mariah sits on a stool that doesn't appear to be there. Someone does magic. Mariah sits some more. Now she stands, sort of. People that I don't care about do things. Mariah
You're talking about the scenes from the movie.
Yes. Mariah waves her hand a bit. There's a balloon. Mariah walks slightly to the side, then points at the sky. Then she puts her hands up, then down. And then she thinks about taking off her jacket, but doesn't. Things are now in colour, except not Mariah, because she didn't approve the lighting plot.
No.
As a distraction, she flicks her hair. Okay, now the jacket is off.
Jacket's off and on the floor.
The balloon falls into a river, so Mariah casts the net to get it out.
Oh, the net casting is spectacular.
There's butterflies, so Mariah approves, but they look like Billy Piper Honey to the B-level CGI. Mariah is controlling the butterflies as a means to save everyone without having to leave the house. Mm-hmm. LaToya's hat makes an appearance, having been dyed red.
Mila Kunis's hat.
I know her as LaToya. Mariah turns and casts the net the other way.
Yeah.
Mariah touches her hips, which means it's time for the wind machine.
Yes.
That's like her shorthand. I'm going to put my hands on my hips, and it means wind machine.
You turn that up to full.
Mariah hugs herself because it's cold, but her hair looks very good. Very good. She then touches her hair a few times because she hasn't done that yet. I imagine the director's like, oh, no, I got this. I'm going to touch my hair because I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Mariah points and there's an explosion in the regular verse. She points again. This movie's about the regular verse.
The regular verse.
I'll explain. There's more to that. She points again and an angry monkey bat tries to attack her, but she fends them all off with a strategic butt caress, the only language people in the regular verse understand.
In the Butster class, that's how they teach it.
If you have angry flying bats, caress the butt. Mariah flexes and squeals while other movie shit goes on. But she's Mariah Carey and she's louder than the sounds of war. Everyone pashes Jen from Dawson's Creek, who appears to be a princess despite having a regular name. The people in the movie let off fireworks for Mariah. She tells them to come closer, but she's just kidding and pushes them away violently.
Yeah.
The war is still going, so Mariah squeals some more, which makes a brunette lady, Jen, and the monkey hotel clerk cry. This makes as much sense as the actual video.
It does.
Mariah touches her hair again because she hasn't done that for a few seconds. Then it's revealed that Mariah even made herself cry. Everyone is like, wow. So as a special surprise, Mariah reenacts Oprah trying to sing along to We Belong Together. Which makes problematic white guy and the monkey hotel clerk smile. I think what's his name's problematic now. Mariah blasts open the doors to KFC while Jen unleashes the potato and gravy. Mariah considers sitting again, but thinks better of it.
Yeah, good.
Because the song's not over yet. Jen winks at Mariah, but Mariah doesn't see it because her eyes are closed for the next line, which is open up your eyes. So she couldn't open her eyes yet because her eyes were closed for the next line. Mariah flips her hair and casts a few more nets. Everyone opens their mouth wide, trying to hit the same note as Mariah, but you can't even hear them because they're all very bad. Mariah shows them how silly they all look by doing an impression of them and considers sitting again, but she's still unsure. Mariah performs a greatest hits medley of things she's already done in this video, including a single tear but out of the other eye. That's right, 2 ducts for the price of 1.
A double duct.
Double duct. Jen is amazed by Mariah's acting and has to retire forever. Mariah sets off one more firework with her voice and then casts the final net into her vocal cords because she knows her work here is done.
Oh.
So from watching the video, I've realised that the storyline is that someone named Jennifer, who was on Dawson's Creek, has become a princess, and it's just ruining everything. So Mariah has to sing and
to fix it.
Explode some things to fix it. And she's so good. There's the KFC door and the potato and gravy attack. Yeah. But Mariah wins because she cries out of both eyes, but at different times. Yes. So stupid.
From her double ducts.
And then Jen has to retire. And then her work is done. She's like, oh, great. Okay, I've slayed the monster.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
I think so.
I believe you.
When I sat down to do the Poshnopsis, I was like, both everything and nothing happens in this video. I wonder how much I'll be able to say. Well, a lot.
More than a normal one.
Yeah. Well, it's almost home, you know?
Yeah, it deserved a little bit of extra juice.
Now...
the potatoes and the gravy.
Because literally after she opens the doors to KFC, there's like white stuff. And I was like, well, that's the potato and gravy. It makes sense if you really think about it.
If you haven't seen it, if you don't know what he's going on about, there is an amazing gif of that scene of Mariah like just throwing her arms out wide and someone has pasted it in front of the doors of a KFC. And it's amazing.
That makes sense that the regular verse would be at KFC.
Yeah.
I think so.
Of course the regular verse is there.
Before we go any further into this video, we do have one more court case.
Another court case.
Which is Almost Home v. Number Ones.
V number ones.
So I'm going to read out all of Mariah's 19 number ones. And we just have to decide, is Almost Home better than the number one?
Oh,
are you ready?
All right. Yeah.
Starting with Vision of Love. Is it Vision of Love or Almost Home?
Oh, it's definitely Vision of Love.
I think it is Vision of Love, but just quietly at night, I'll be like, it's really Almost Home. You know? Like, I'm like, no, Vision of Love is better, but no, Almost Home. No, I love you, Almost Home.
Vision of Love is better.
Maybe it's like we're married to Vision of Love, but we get a bit of side action from Almost Home.
Yeah, you're cheating on Vision of Love with Almost Home.
Yeah. Love Takes Time or Almost Home.
Oh, look, it's also in black and white, and there's a lot of self-hugging and tears.
Yes.
So, no, it's Love Takes Time.
See, I have to go with Almost Home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Someday or Almost Home.
Almost Home.
Yeah. It's shocking, isn't it? I mean, I love me some Someday.
I know you love Someday, but
I think we need a mashup. Maybe if we put them together, Mariah will like them. Because there'll be a whole song then.
Someday home. Someday home.
Oh my God. Open up your eyes and just think again. Because,
If you had asked me about the MTV Unplugged Someday.
Right. I mean, that was on the number ones, but it technically wasn't the number one.
Then you would be in trouble.
Okay.
Because that's a better version.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I Don't Want to Cry or Almost Home.
You know, I have a soft spot for I Don't Want to Cry from coming home at 5 o'clock in the morning, already emotional. So I don't want to cry.
Okay, I think I'm going to go Almost Home. I don't have the emotional connection that you have to some of the older songs.
You don't have the deranged, off their face teenager who's just got home at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And it's there on the charts.
There, look at it. Emotions or Almost Home.
Oh,
it's hard, isn't it? Some of these are hard.
It is, but I was singing Emotions in the car when I was driving back from Melbourne the other day and realised I hate this word, but it's a banger.
God.
It's a bona fide banger.
I do love it, but I just...
Like if I was ever on The Masked Singer, it'd be my first choice.
Yeah, just you squealing the one note.
You'd be like, why is he just squealing? Why is the giant raspberry just squealing a high note and not able to sing the rest of the song?
Why is it a medley all of a sudden?
All right, and like, why does that raspberry keep laughing in between every line? Why am I a raspberry?
Why am I recording the podcast while I'm watching this? Like, it's very confusing.
It's very confusing. Do you know what I found out the other day is like Tim Chappell, who was one of the designers, the costume designers from Priscilla, works on The Masked Singer.
I did see that because I'm a huge Anastasia fan. So I was going into The Masked Singer of it all.
And did you know that the Jack Vidgen's kebab is the biggest Masked Singer costume ever made anywhere in the world?
Oh, really?
It's 3 meters tall.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, fun facts about the Masked Singer.
Kebab chat.
Kebab chat.
Emotions, I do love it, but I just think Almost Home is so epic. I can't.
It is very epic, but Emotions, it's just too much fun.
I'll Be There or Almost Home.
I mean,
it's harder than you'd expect, isn't it? Because you'd be like, oh, they're all number ones. No, they're all going to win. But it's like, oh, hang on. I do
love I'll Be There. And I do love Almost Home.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm going to have to go with I'll Be There because I love it when she and Trey just get it on.
Yeah, well, all right. I didn't see that part.
when their voices just sync up.
Yeah.
Whereas Almost Home, she's again doing a duet with herself.
Yeah, she sings up with herself, which I think is better. But all right, that's fine. I'll be loving Almost Home for you every time that you're not. Yeah, Dream Lover or Almost Home?
Oh, no, it has to be Dream Lover. You know I love Dream Lover.
See, I'm going to go Almost Home as well. I do love Dream Lover.
12 inches.
That's true. I do love Dream Lover, but I never really go back to it.
Yeah.
Weirdly. All right, this is a toughie. Hero or Almost Home?
Oh, come on. They're both written for terrible movies that no one saw.
Yeah, for regular people.
Both written... I mean, this one was written for Mariah, so not written for regular people.
That's true.
But
by
not
regular people.
By Mariah, but written by regular people. I mean, I think... Mariah squeezed out Hero as a big number one while doing a big number two. So it has to just get over the line.
I think I'm going to have to agree with you for Hero because I feel like there would be no Almost Home without Hero.
Yeah. I feel like Almost Home was written by someone who loved Hero.
Yeah.
And was having a crack.
I thought you were going to say we're having something else, having a crack. Which would make sense.
Would make sense. That's how Mariah did it. I'm going to go to the toilet and see if I'm number one.
Yeah, I'm almost there.
Almost home. Open up your eyes and go to the toilet.
Splash. This might be controversial. Fantasy or Almost Home?
You know what? Are we talking ODB or no ODB?
I mean, again, the original, I believe, is the one that went to number one, but the remix is what's actually on the number ones.
Well, if it's the original, Almost Home wins. If it's ODB, then Fantasy wins.
I think I'm going to have to say OG Fantasy.
Oh, you love OG Fantasy, don't you?
It's the opening track to the first Mariah album I ever had. And I'd get very confused. Where did her verses go? Like, they need a full version where it's all smushed together. That can be a 12-minute 12-inch.
There you go. The 12-minute 12-inch of that is also amazing.
Heaven.
It's got alarms in it.
One Sweet Day versus Almost Home.
Oh. I think maybe I've heard One Sweet Day too many times.
Sure. Yeah.
And even though I've listened to Almost Home on a perpetual loop for the last week.
You just never get sick of it. It's impossible.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't hear it at the shops. Like I heard, One Sweet Day was at the shops a lot. It was in cafes. It was number one for 4 years.
Yeah.
And I believe
Almost Home also has been number one now for 9. True. But
and I think One Sweet Day is still in high rotation on Coles Radio. So
it's Mariah and Shania, or
Shania, Mariah. Yeah. I was in a cab the other night and I had Smooth on and Hero came on. I'm like, yeah, she's still got it. But yeah, I think maybe One Sweet Day, I need a few more years before I can be okay with it again. So Almost Home.
I think I'm gonna have to agree because One Sweet Day probably is the better song, but and it's a very specific subject matter. Whereas Almost Home, you can apply that to anything.
Yeah, anything.
She's versed.
One of the lovely people on the YouTube comments said, I put this on when I know I'm 3 minutes from home, so I burst through the door during the key change. I'm like, yes, I love you.
Like KFC. They live at KFC. Perfect. Always Be My Baby v Almost Home.
Oh, I mean, I love Always Be My Baby. It's very cute. But you know what Always Be My Baby doesn't have? It's a big belty keychain.
Yeah. I think I am going to agree. Like, it's one that I like, similar to Dream Lover, where it's like, oh, I love this song, but I just don't go back to it very often.
Yeah. So it's, and I love a belty key change more than anything. Yeah. And a massively sustained note that goes right to the end of the song until we've gone to bed.
Yeah. Honey or Almost Home?
Ooh, controversial. I mean, that is also a banger, as they say.
I feel like it's one that I've enjoyed more as time has gone by. Because I kind of get it more. It's like it's aged well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, I think Honey. Only just.
I mean, in recent years, I have been enjoying it a lot more.
Also, she does go for a belt at the end. Even though it's a bouncy track.
I don't know exactly what she's saying, but
I can still give it a red hot go.
But I think just for consistency, I have to go Almost Home.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Because Honey can be sticky. So this one I think might be quite difficult. My All or Almost Home?
Oh, yeah. Look, if we're talking the My All mashup from the Divas Live concert, no contest. No contest. Just one more night. No, I think that My All has to hold this one.
Yeah, I think so.
Just because
it's so hard.
G to D.
And the special mic.
The G to Gist.
The G to Gist. The urethral approval.
Vitamin D.
Heartbreaker or Almost Home?
Oh, I do love Heartbreaker. And it's got Jay-Z.
It does have Jay-Z.
Scribble down, I hate you. And also, it's got that great video with Bianca.
It does? Maybe Bianca plays all the evil, ugly characters.
Oh, yes.
Yes. We've got it down, right?
She's just got dark hair. Like that makes her
that makes her ugly. Oh, no. In Mariah's head, that makes you ugly and evil.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Heartbreaker.
Oh, I see. I'm going to go Almost Home.
Almost Home.
Yeah, I love Heartbreaker, but Almost Home doesn't need Jay-Z or
another
Bianca.
12-minute remix that I really good.
Right. I know the answer to this one, which is Thank God I Found You or Almost Home.
Oh, Almost Home.
Yeah, me too. This
no
may be
cliche. No need.
No, this may be the one that just breaks the universe.
Okay.
We Belong Together or Almost Home.
Oh. No, there's no contest. I don't even know why you're asking. Like,
I don't know. I feel torn inside.
No.
I think because, again, We Belong Together is something that I latched on too much later. Oh. But I think I do have to give it for that second verse.
Yeah, just when she
you know
just
what's
decides.
happening.
Oh, you think you know that I've been singing this as a loud song?
Yeah.
I have some more room to maneuver,
and I'm gonna double interpolate.
Yeah,
and you won't even know that I did it.
I'm gonna scream when you left, and you're gonna go. Oh,
there's no bridge on this song. I'm just going straight into it.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
so,
I think it's hard. It does make me sad to turn away from Almost Home, but I think I agree. This one could go either way. Don't Forget About Us or Almost Home.
Oh, you know I love Don't Forget About Us, and it has a 12-minute remix that I love to death. Yeah, no, I can't. I'm like, if there was a 12-minute dance mix of Almost Home,
why isn't there?
This could be a problem. Why isn't there? Let's make one.
Well,
send me the stems, Mariah. I'll fix it up.
It'll be like My Heart Will Go On dance remix.
Oh my God, I should do stand up about that.
No, I remember.
Dancing on the frozen heads. 1,500 people drown in the ocean. Let's do a dance mix.
Yay! Woo! Can you sing it?
You're here. There's nothing I feel.
It's just like people in the background, help, I'm dying.
I want the girl from The Cause with the penny whistle. Where is she?
Andrea. She's Irish. I think that's where they were going or coming from. Great. Oh my God. I am not a huge Don't Forget About Us fan.
Yeah, I know.
So
You've
I'm
explained that.
gonna go Almost Home.
I don't know you.
Touch My Body or Almost Home.
Oh,
I know.
You know, if you'd asked me this before we did this podcast, I probably would have said Almost Home. Mm-hmm. But Touch My Body has just reinvigorated itself.
Yeah, I will say, like, I have really enjoyed it, especially loving the album as well.
Yeah.
I just don't think I can go against Almost Home.
So I think it's Touch My Body.
All right. We're split on that one. And I mean, I don't think there's any competition for this. All I Want for Christmas Is You versus Almost Home.
No, please.
I don't think we can argue that it's All I Want for Christmas Is You. All I Want for Christmas is Almost Home. We need the festive remix.
We do need a festive remix.
Almost jingle, jingle, jingle. It's just her on the roof, like literally the same video, but they've cut and pasted her onto a snowy rooftop and she's waiting for Santa.
Or it's just someone could CGI a hat into the Almost Home video.
Can you do that, please? Do you have that level of skill?
No, I don't. Gary might be able to.
All right, done. Oh my God. All right. I mean, I feel like it was a 50-50 pretty much.
You voted for Almost Home every single one.
For me, I did, yeah, but for you, I feel like it was... I didn't know what to expect, but I feel like... Well, I think you voted for it over some...
Thank God I found you.
No, yeah, you sucked, actually. You picked a lot of you number ones. No, you're right. You're a bad person.
Wrote them.
I think she wrote this spiritually. I mean, we did reenact it. She had notes. All right.
Now, we talked for an hour about one song.
We're nearly there.
Does that mean we are almost home in the Almost Home
we
episode?
Are. Play the sting. Of the podcast, baby. girls home, you can probably say, but you can't. It's a copyright. That's a no-no. Get a little live version. You're welcome.
Because the copyright, that's a no-no.
I'm an idiot.
One day I'm going to go and replace all your vocals with mine, and you'll be like, why is Taylor Dane singing over this?
We're almost there. Almost home. Copyright. That's a no.
That's a no.
Oh my God. I was in the supermarket with a friend the other day, and Shelter came on, and they didn't know what it was. And I was like, why are we here? I know. And then I just kept singing it. Right? Yeah,
it's a
so
Diane
good.
Warren classic.
It's so good. And like we were in like Rosebud, so it really shone a spotlight
like the spiritual
on me.
home of I'll Be Your Shelter.
Right. So I was really standing out. But yeah, I thought we'll just touch on some final thoughts about the greatest song ever created and the greatest video.
Yes.
Do you remember where you were when you first came across this song?
I can't even.
Because it transported you to
2013. I know I quit drinking around that time, so it could have been a wake-up call.
Yeah, this song inspired you.
It inspired me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not painting a broad brush there.
I just remember watching the video and just like my jaw hitting the floor and going, oh, this is the most Mariah has ever been. It is like an essential distillation of Mariah being Mariah. She's singing a ballad.
Yes.
She's hitting some crazy notes. She's belting for about 2.5 hours over the end of the song. Bit of whistle, just doing it all the background vocals, she's doing it all. But then the video is just like, it's perfect. Like, it's very annoying that there's bits of the film in it. I wish there was a version. There probably is a version. Hopefully David LaChapelle has cut a version of it that is just Mariah with no other business. Because I would love to see that.
Absolutely.
Like, imagine.
I feel like the song is sort of the song form of this podcast in that it's unhinged in every great way.
It is just, you know what, I would describe it as perfectly camp. Like, it is so amazingly, like, it's just on the verge of being over the top, but hilarious and fun and very much Mariah being Mariah. Yeah. The Mariah we know and love.
And I think that's what was fun for me hearing it the first time, thinking, because we love that Mariah went off and did the collaborations and you know, followed the styles that she wanted to do. But that doesn't mean we don't love old school Mariah sound. Yeah. And I think it was the first time in a long time that we'd had kind of a throwback to herself.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes.
Like you say, it felt like someone was trying to write Hero. And she's like, oh, I'll sing it. But and I love that she hates it. And it's like, and you have like gone to town singing it. Like, you have really like gone crazy with the singing. Like, it is incredible. Like,
and that's why we love it.
Berserk Mariah vocals. Yeah. But also so much Wind Machine. Like, I can't get enough.
And yet never enough. Yeah.
Never enough. And she throws her jacket on the floor.
And I mean, the gifts that keep on giving.
That we've been looking at them through the whole,
whole
video.
And each one of them is dynamic.
I know. The arms out, the come here, no, don't come here.
It's like, I'm done. I'm not done.
Just amazing. Like, for someone that doesn't love this song, like, she seems to be having a lot of fun making it.
Yeah. And she committed.
Yeah.
Fully committed. So, I mean, how does one wrap up an episode about such an iconic tune?
Oh, how?
I don't know. I don't have a way. I think we just sit here.
Do we just tell everyone what we're doing next Mariah Monday?
Okay, that is true. I think what will be good, everyone will be listening to this and they'll be so pleased at this episode, but also devastated that it's over. But we can say that we will be getting our school books back in our bag, pack a lunch, because we're going back to school, guys. We're going back to masterclass.
Back to masterclass.
Maybe for another 3. We'll see. We'll see how long they go for.
But, they're all about the same, I think.
They're all about the same. So I think, probably 4, 5, and 6 masterclasses.
Yeah, I think we will have to do those 3 together because I think 5 and 6 are part 1 and part 2.
Oh, well, then we can't cliffhanger. Yeah. That's too cruel.
No, we can't have a cliffhanger in the middle of the lessons about background vocals.
No.
We need to learn all about that.
Absolutely. All right. Because this is now the longest episode we've ever done, we should probably go. But
about one song.
I know. There was a dramatic reading, darling.
There was a dramatic reading, darling.
You're going to have so much fun editing this one.
I'm just going to let it go.
Yeah. Just open up your eyes and go, whoa, go, whoa, go, whoa. All right. And then just play it again from the beginning forever.
Okay, yeah. Well, if you want to do what I do whenever I listen to Almost Home, press the little number 1 repeat button at the end of this podcast, and you can play it over again. Yeah. Well, thank you, darling. It has been wonderful. I'll see you next Mariah Monday at school.
Yes.
I'll have my pencil case. I'll have my
fluffy shoes.
Yes, I'll have it all going on. All right. Bye, Lamely.
Bye.